Well, hello, hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to my first live for 2026. I'm Sheryl, and I'm the owner of Elegant Sentiments today. And this is our weekly card share number 94. So thank you so much for being here today. If you're watching live, please say hi and let me know that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate that as well. We thank you so much for your time. So today I've got products, a mixture of products that I'm going to be working with for today's card. I'm going to be doing some hot foiling, and I have a beautiful glimmer foil from Spellbinders. This one is called Cobalt Blue. So it's a real pretty blue that I'm going to be using. And then I've got two of my fabulous Lisa Horton inks. You know, I love those. I've got Woodland Moss and I've got Surfs Up. Those are the two colors of matte blending ink that I'm going to be using. And then I've got products from LDRS Creative. I caught a sale from them I don't know, a month or so ago, maybe 2 months now. I know it was before the holidays, but I got a really great deal on this press plate. It's called Billowing Blooms, and it's a beautiful floral with two sentiments. Actually, you can say thank you by itself. Thank you for being you, and thank you for everything. And then it has the dies to coordinate with it. So these are the two LDRS products that I'm using. And then I also have one of my stencils from Lisa Horton Crafts. This one is called Floral Tile. So I'll be using this to do some coloring for my background along with coloring my floral. So let's see, let me bring in, find where a place to put these. I've rearranged my craft space over the holidays and I made a little room, but I've also created spaces where I can't find anything. So this is the project today, and you can see that beautiful blue foil is showing up on the project, and I just love how this turned out. I love these two colors together, and this is a top folding card, and so I did go ahead and did a little bit of stenciling at the bottom of that panel and slide enough so that I can still use the full panel to write my thank you note. And then, of course, I did a little bit of stenciling on the envelope to coordinate with it. So that is the project for today. And we'll go ahead and get started. I have my Glimmer hot foil here. My plate is been heating up. And so we'll go ahead and start with, let me back out this camera just a little bit. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and put my plates on and we'll add the foil and get that, get our foiling done first for this project. I hope that your new year is starting off well for you. I can say that mine is. I'm pleased to report. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use thank you. And I think for everything, I'll just keep it all the same because I really like that. And I like the font on this. This is a really nice font. I don't know what it is, but I really like it. And so then I'm going to, and one of the things, like I'm going to turn these just a little bit. When you're hot foiling letters like this, a lot of times if you put them this way, it rolls across the the your system, your embossing folder this way. So it increases. I don't usually get much foiling misses, but when you're doing those sentiments, I tend to do them this way. That tends to help a little bit. And then I'll grab my hot foil. Again, this is Cobalt Blue, and I'll just always put down more than I need. I want to make sure that it's wide enough to cover everything though. make sure. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to be fine there. And I'll just cut off a piece of my foil. And my system's making all kinds of noise over there today. Okay, and then we'll just put this down onto our plate. The shiny side of the foil goes down um, to face the plate. And so we'll let that heat up. We've got a timer over here. And whenever that timer stops blinking, let me see and move this so you can actually see the blinking timer. That'll let you know that it is ready. And while that's going, let me find a piece of white cardstock that I can use to do this foiling with. Take these. I'll take them off of the sheet, but I'll get them out of the plastic, get my dies ready as well. So let's see. Still blinking. We should be pretty close though. I'm okay, there we go. So our timer has stopped blinking. So I'm just going to put this piece of white cardstock down, and then I'm going to bring in my plates. This is the 2 plates that come with the Glimmer system. This green is the heat resistant one, so that goes towards the plate. And then I'll just pull this off, and I'm going to run it through my Platinum 6 that I have over here off camera. And I'll run that through. We did. Hopefully we've got a good foil. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, we did great. Looks really good. So I'm going to move this out of the way because we're done with the foiling. Go ahead and turn that off so we can cool down. And we can get started now with some inking on this piece. And let me see. I'm get a little piece of torn up tacky mat, one of my old tacky mats. I don't throw anything away. And I'm going to use that to, let me bring this back in a little bit. So I'm going to use this to hold my inks in place on my mat here. And oops, I'm going to start I just dumped all my brushes out. So I'm going to start with inking up these florals, and I'm just doing it all in the blue. So this is Surf's Up, and I'm just taking a little brush here and just kind of starting where the petals meet other petals, where it's darker, and then just carrying that color out to the ends on these petals. Not a whole lot to do with this since we're keeping it pretty monochromatic. And I've got a really inky ink pad here. And so I'm trying to be really, really cautious about how I start down, but we're just not worrying too much about the inking on this. Just wanted to get a little light bit of color down. Going around. I think I'll go with this part next, and then go back in and try and get some of the smaller areas. But this one inks up really quickly. Just getting light blue, light little hint of blue everywhere on this floral piece. I'm just kind of turning it around as I need to be able to get in there in some of these little tiny spaces. And then for these petals that are bent, I'm kind of going to go across that line with the ink, so it'll be a little more concentrated right in there, like that. And like I said, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but do the same thing for this little piece right here. Make that a little bit darker. Same here. Darker. But again, just not fussing with it too much, just getting some color on so that it's not completely white. And then I'll go back in and fill in a little bit here and there where I need to. Just head back over here, darken this up a little bit more, and then grab all of that. And teeny little part. Angled detailed brushes are really, really good for that. We'll do the same thing over here with this one. And just get that color on there. If you are watching this on replay, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you like it, what I'm doing, just please give me a thumbs up. And then during the month, I'm going to, at the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a little giveaway. I've got some products that I've purchased duplicates of. Some of them are Lisa Horton. Some of them are, I think I've got a few Pink Fresh Studio. And then I'm going to be bundling up some of the cards that I make and giving away little packets of the cards as well. So if you're interested in that, leave me a comment, please, and I will put your name into a drawing at the end of the month, and I'll announce the winner at the beginning of February, my first live in February. So I'm hoping I'll remember to remind people of that. But that is my plan. And I want to try to do that throughout the year this year. And also, if you're watching this, leave me a comment and let me know how you found me. I am trying to figure out ways to get my videos out there more widely viewed, and it sure would be a help to me to know how you found me. So we're just gonna keep going with this one now. While there, we're gonna pull that out a little bit. We're just going to keep going till we get all of the blue on these leaves that we're wanting. To put a little bit of texture in the inking and kind of going in different directions. Um, that one is it's really easy. Just taking a little detail brush and adding a little bit of color. And then I'll be using some markers to get to some of the larger areas or smaller areas, not larger, the smaller ones. Just adding where these little buds are and where the folds are, trying to make those just a teeny bit darker. Too fussy with it though. Easy. And this definitely is. Again, this plate is called Billowing Blooms by LDRS Creative. I got a phenomenal deal. They had a great sale a couple months back, and I'd never tried their products, and so I thought this would be a good time for me to buy a few of them and see what I thought. And I can't resist a floral anything. So it was easy for me to pick a few. They had quite a few to choose from, which was nice. I really, I really am enjoying this foil plate and the coordinating dies. And I think that's really all I'm going to do with the blues. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to use my markers to add color to the leaves. And, well, no, I'm going to add some color to the leaves with the brush first, and then I'll use my markers because I can get a lot of the bigger leaves with my little detail brush here. So let me make sure I got all the color off of this. I think I did. So we'll just add a little bit of color to these leaves with this is Woodland moss. A teeny bit of color, not a lot, to these leaves, just enough to make sure you can tell that they're green. I like this green. It goes with so many different things. I gotta watch my hands here. I got some ink on my panel. And again, I uh, foiled this already in cobalt blue foil. So it's shimmery. Once I pick it up, you'll be able to see how shimmery it is. That I missed as I go around to get these leaves. So I'll have to go back and pick those up. But this one it's a fun one. Of course, anytime I'm playing with inks, it's fun to me. I could stay in here forever and not be bothered that I'm not out doing anything. This is really my happy place. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this, take this green off and bring that surface up just a little bit to pick up the few little petals that I noticed I missed when I was doing the leaves. It's just a couple spots. here. And then over here. I did. Nope, that's here it is. I knew there was a third spot that I missed. They were teeny weeny, but I missed it. Okay, so that's all we need to do with the actual inks, and then I'll finish up the rest using a a marker. Get that out of the way. And I've got a couple colors. I've got this little pinky color. Get the right nib. And I just need to do these little baby flowers right here. Just barely touching, just to put a little bit of color on these teeny weeny little buds that are here. Leave these bare, they're so teeny, but I like having that just teeny weeny bit of color. And then I'll do the same thing for these little, oops, here's some more buds before I put that away. Got these over here. Just dabbing little dabs there. Then we'll do these leaves that haven't even opened yet. We'll do those in a green that's a tiny bit darker, but it's still in that same family. That's all the inking that we need to do. So I'll go ahead and cut these out, and then we'll ink up our background. And we can start working on putting this together. So let me find the dies and put these down. And that looks pretty good. Tape that. Around. Oops, and I just moved it. There. And we've got our thank you die. Get that lined up. Let me see. Can't quite see this one as well. Okay, there's a little. Oh, this, okay, there's nothing there. Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting it, putting this where it was going to cut. I think we're good. We're going to go with it, see where it takes us. Piece for over here. And then we got to do R for everything. And I think that one is, there are two that are, these two are pretty close in size, but they're not quite the same. I think this is the right one. Yes. All right. A teeny little piece there. We could have cut that in half. Down there now, we'll just grab another piece. There. Just moved it. Come on, stop moving it with your fingers here. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my regular cutting plates, my well-loved cutting plates. Got the regular platform in the top, and then my two cutting plates. And I'll run this through my embossing machine here. It'll be all right. Oops. Gotta get that straight. Okay, so this gives us our little die cut pieces. This one. This out of the way. And I need to get my front panel. Got an A2 size piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to use the stencil to add just a little bit of color in the corners where this is going to be. So this is, again, this is the Floral Tile Stencil by Horton Crafts. And I'm going to put it, let me see. Let me put this on here to kind of get a sense of where I want my stencil to go. Okay. So it's about like that. All right, so I'll do that on both corners and just kind of pick a spot and take things down so they don't go moving on me. And then I'll just take, I'll use both of the inks. What did I do with my little, oh, here it is. I know I had my little corner piece here. All right, and we'll just start with the blue first. This is Surfs Up. And I just want a little dusting, and I want, yeah, I'll just, it doesn't have to be this close enough. Ah, Sheryl, look at what you did. Just put a big blob of ink from my hands onto my panel. Thank goodness for sand erasers. I could just turn it over, but I'm all taped down, so we are going with sand eraser. These things are my life. They've saved me so many times. Okay, so I've got a little bit of ink on here, and I just want a light, nice little coating of blue there. Not a whole lot. And then we're going to do the same thing with the Woodland moss. We'll have both the colors on our stencil. Just come in with a light hand and just grab a light little coating of color to the edge. And I probably, let me see, I got this tape. Got it stuck where I wasn't paying attention to where I put it down. And part of where I need to stencil is taped down. So let's get that opened up just a little bit. Doesn't matter, but since I saw it, I got to fix it. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with the blue right here just to get a little more teeny weeny. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other side. We just got a teeny little bit of color in that corner. Don't need a lot. And bring this one down and do the same thing. Although this time we'll try not to. We'll get another piece of tape. Grab a piece off of here. There. Okay. So then we'll just do the same thing on this little bit. Get the blue, and then we'll get the green. A little bit more green on my brush. So we've got those two colors now in our corners. And let me clean up some of this stuff. I mean, definitely want to clean up this ink. Get that out of the way. And the stencil. And then I did do some, a little bit of pre-work. I cut, this is a piece of rose-colored foil. And I have, excuse me, I have my A2 top folding panel here. And then I did do the stencil piece already on that panel that goes on the inside. So we'll put these two pieces together first and then add it to our panel. And this looks like, did I cut this properly? Let's see. Yeah, we did good. Okay. And then this piece is a little smaller than my sample, but it still looks nice. I think I did my sample 4 1/8 by 5 1/8, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. So I need my tape. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this on to, I guess I'll go ahead and tape this onto the card front first, and then I'll tape the panel on, and then we can add the other pieces to it. This out of the way. And get this lined up. I'll burnish this just a little bit to get all these pieces connected, and I'll trim later as I need to for that card front. And then, let's see, this is our exterior piece. So I'll go ahead and put this down with some tape as well. And then it doesn't matter which corner, you just want to make sure that that you've got even borders. Let's see, I got a little piece I need to trim down there. Okay, and I'm going to burnish that again as well. And now I need to add this, my little die cut floral. So we'll glue that on. You could use tape runner, I suppose, but there's so many teeny little bits there. Uh-oh. Tell I haven't been up here in a couple days. There we go. We'll just add some glue. Well, maybe. There we go. Too worried about every little part, but I do want to make sure that those ends have glue on them. Okay. And we'll just angle that in. It looks pretty good. That hold for a second. Oh, you know what? I hope I gave myself enough room for my second. I didn't think about checking that first, which I probably should have done. Well, thankfully, there's room. So we can, because I could have put that up just a little bit more than I actually did. Because typically I'll put down and look for the the sentiment placing first, but be that as it may, put that down. Let's see. Trying to scooch it up just a wee bit and make sure that it's, let me put this straight. Pretty straight. Okay. I'm committed, even if it's not straight. There we go. And then we'll do the other part of the sentiment. And in worst case, I could have just left off the for everything and just said thank you. But I love this little sub sentiment. I think it's so cute. Let's put that down. There we go. Yeah. So that's that. And then to finish it, we'll add a few embellishments. Oh, no, we need to do the inside of the card. To go ahead and put that down. Well, I was inky everywhere. This will go. Oops. Nope, you're not quite straight. Little smudges I need to rub off with my eraser. Struggling with this, so there we go. Okay. So it takes care of our inside. And then I need to find, here they are. I need my gems. I've got, these are Spellbinders, and the color is peach blush. So it kind of matches the little pinky colors that I have on those little buds. They're not quite the same, but it's close enough. Now here's my little pokey tool. And we'll just add a few gems here and there. So, because why not? You know, you can always have more bling, because you got plenty of bling with the foil. But this is just a little extra. Oops. I want that on the card, not my finger. There we go. And let's see. We'll do one here. The other side over here. Let's do 3. This. And there you go. That is the project for today. I hope you like the project. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, and I would appreciate that. If you have comments, please leave me a comment so that we can put your name in the drawing for the end of the month for free cards and some of my overstocks. I'm really bad about buying something and I see it again. It's like, oh, I love that, and forget that I've already bought it. So I've got lots of great little freebies that I'll be able to share with you in the drawing at the end of the month. But thank you so much. And if you would, please let me know how you found me. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that you're here. I hope that you have a fantastic week and that you find some time that you can craft a little bit of kindness of your own. I'll be back on my blog next next Wednesday. So check me out there at elegantsentiments.com. I'll try to put something up on my Facebook page this week. I don't do that too often, but I'll try and get something up this week, and that's Elegant Sentiments Limited. And we'll be back here next Thursday at 7 as well. So I hope you have a fantastic week. And thank you again. Bye for now.